going to be looking at the Chapter 8 resources. There's a couple calculators you'll use for this coming assignment. So we'll take a look at each of these as we go through here. Here's some of the questions that are going to be coming up for your Chapter 8 homework, which are provided. So some of these are going to require doing some reading of Chapter 8, and then when you get down further, constructing confidence intervals. You'll use the confidence interval calculator, and you'll also be using the confidence interval for population proportion calculator and the sample size calculator. So we'll look at each of these here and go over how to use them. So with the confidence interval calculator, you might be given a mean and a standard deviation and a sample size. So let's say you have a mean of 50 and you're given the standard deviation of 3, your sample size is 100, and you want to know what your confidence level might be. It will give you a z-score and also the confidence level. It gives you some other data points down here at the bottom that you won't need for the homework for this week, but with a 95% interval or 95% confidence, if your sample mean is 50 and the standard deviation is 3, likelihood 95% of your data is going to be between 49.41 and 50.59. And then let's say you want to plug in some different data, you would be able to see how that changes. And if you want to increase it up to a confidence level of 99%, what are those numbers that people will fall within? So that's how to use the confidence interval calculator. And as you'll see, there'll be some more, there's some frequently asked questions and some other resources on that calculator to clarify anything that you need. With the sample size calculator, you might have a confidence level, and again, your margin of error, let's say we want that to be 3%, and if we don't know if we want unlimited population size, you'd probably want a sample of 1,068 items to get that 95% confidence level along the way. So let's say you have a population size of 200, then you'd want a sample size of about 170 in this case with these particular levels. And then this calculator will also allow you to find out the margin of error. So similarly, let's say you have a portion of 2,000 people using these criteria, it will give you a margin of error and a z-score of particular amount. So if you want to almost 99.99.9% accuracy, you would get a z-score of 4.42. So that's another calculator that you might need for the upcoming homework. And for the third calculator, which we'll get to in just a moment, we have the confidence interval for a population proportion. So here, you may have a sample proportion of, let's say, 0.8 and a sample size of 200, and we want a 99% confidence level. And this will show you can be 99% confident that the interval contains the true population. So when you change the numbers, it'll show you any other additional information that you're looking for. So as you change the sample size, this calculation will vary and give you a sense of where your range is. So a lot of times the best way to play around with these calculators is to see how the numbers change based on the data you input. And then if you don't get the answer you're looking for, as you saw earlier with some of those errors, you might have put in a number that didn't work properly. So that's why I wanted to show you, if you put a whole number in here, it's going to give you some errors. So this number is always going to be below 100% or 0.89. So yeah, that's a little bit about the calculators for this week for Chapter 8. And one more time, we'll just take a glance at the assignment, so you'll be able to go through it. If you've read the text, you'll be able to answer question 1 and 2 just by at least parts A, B, and C by using the data provided, and then use the calculator to answer D, and then see how it would adjust if you lowered your confidence level. Same thing with number 3. With that one, you're going to be able to figure out the values for A, B, and C using the information in the chapter. And for the remainder of these, D, E, and A of this section, you're going to be using the calculators provided. And then there's a couple qualitative questions also in number F, or letter F, and letter B. So in total, probably take you 15 to 25 minutes to complete this assignment. And if you want extra credit, make sure you get it in by the deadline provided on the course management system. Thank you.